Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming in as we're talking here.
Oh yeah, he was. I'm not even gonna lie. I couldn't get into that book, man. I tried. I couldn't get into
the worst
it.
part about it, he forced this on us. Black forced this book on us, and I told his ass, like, no, let's not do it. We lived through this shit. Let's not do it. And then by the time we got to part 6, he was talking about, no, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. We ain't gonna read part 7. Let's wrap it up. Black is fake, man. He ain't loyal to his book selection.
Hey, I read it all though.
Yeah, you did. Facts.
Man, I was ready to be out once he started talking about being a president. Like, all right.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear stories about him, the kids, and Michelle. That's it.
Y'all probably talked about this already, but I didn't like how he did that conversation about Henry Louis Gates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when he talk about
Bro,
black people,
I said
he
the
kind of
same thing.
condescending, man. Yeah, right.
He do. But Black said I was just judging him the wrong way. Nah, Obama got a problem with talking to his people with that same energy he be talking to those white people.
That's a fact, man. Hey, nah, Heero on to something, man. He be on some. I don't. It's real subtle, but it's like almost like paternalistic. Like he talk like
it's one of those things where you can't say it's. But I often blame it as Obama was raised in places where he didn't have to deal with the black struggle as much as he thinks he did. Like he was always the token black dude, but he was never an unwanted token black dude.
Yeah, that's right. His struggle was an identity. Whereas like if you were black and sure of your identity, but still an intellectual, but quote unquote kind of hood, like Henry Louis Gates is, not hood, but black. Like he speak like a black man. Like it may. I think Obama had that thing where it makes him devalue your intelligence a little bit.
Like I keep trying to tell y'all that the way he do it is he try to talk to you in a way that you feel comfortable. So the way he can trick you into believing what he want to do and what he want. But when
that's a fact too, because he does put on a little accent when he's talking to black folks. He put a little twang on it.
And we talk to white folk, he made them feel like they still strong while convincing them to do something they don't want to do.
Shit.
Like you the man, y'all shit, but go ahead and vote for the Public Health Care Act.
Relax. All right, let's get into it. Hey, this is the Books and Beyond Mail Book Club. We are back with a new book. I don't know what's the name of this book because I literally had to ask y'all yesterday. What's the name of this book?
The Blackman Guides to Understanding the Black Woman.
Okay, so we're reading that book. It's a 2-parter for us. We're going to read up to chapter 5, and then we're going to finish out the book next week. As always, we're joined by Blackman got a hat and everything. We got
I ain't have a cut. I want to look a little.
Okay, speak on it.
Ladies be watching now.
Okay. And then we got JB with the new boy. You sleeping well, bro?
Sleep, what's that?
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. And then we got the masked vigilante out there, Mr. MTV himself. We appreciate all you guys coming to join us. We're gonna try
life crimes over there. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When you doing your show and you like think about the title, do you ever think about the game? Remember the game True Crimes?
No, what was that game? I don't remember that.
You remember that shit, right, Jeremiah?
Yeah, so that's what I be thinking about when I see.
Yeah, that's what every time I see it, I think of that shit. It was a cop game, but he be fighting on that motherfucker like a motherfucker. But it's the first True Crime, Snoop Dogg. You can play as Snoop Dogg.
The thing that I'm going to be throwing out there is I want to send a quick shout out to TF North District 215, where they're doing a great cause. They're running 24 miles in 24 hours. Russo and Altenberg. There's going to be a link in the description of this if you want to take part in that run. JB, I know you out here. How many days you got left?
3, man.
All right. It starts on May 7th. If you want to bring back that dream of running, May 7th through May 8th, they'll be running for 24 hours straight. and trying to raise money for the kids of District 215. There's a link in the description. You can pay $35 and participate. And we'll be live streaming the whole event for 24 hours. So
wait,
On
just
this Forrest Gump shit.
wait.
yeah,
So
man,
I gotta run for 24 hours, or I just gotta make it to 24 miles.
I mean, there's no stipulation. They're basically running 24 miles, 24 hours. So every 4 hours on the hour, they're gonna run 4 miles, rest for 3. Like they still got to go to school and teach and everything, but their goal is to stay awake the whole time and always be on their feet, moving.
We're gonna lie and say
Wow,
they're gonna be able to
wow.
teach like that. Okay.
Yeah. So
And when is that again?
May 7th through May 8th. All the information will be in the description and in the comment section. You can sign up to join. And like I said, the Identity Booth has decided to step up and sponsor this event. So we will be live streaming the whole 24-hour event. You can hop in, discuss. It'll be live. You can see them running. You can talk to them while they're running. So it's gonna be pretty epic. We're in deep development with that, and we appreciate.
We're going to curse at them.
We got moderators just for people like Black, but we gonna hop into it. All right, Black man, this is another book, another week, and I want to hear the advice of the married man in the room. So, JB, initial thoughts on just the book.
Man, it's in me in a lot of different ways. So I text y'all like this book pissing me off, like, and it's making me mad. It was making me mad because like it was some things were spot on, but then as I kept reading, like even today, reading this morning, I'm like, she kind of off on some stuff. Like I think it could be applied both ways, but I think the perspective is right. Like we so focused on Western culture, like we don't even care about like us as Black people. But I'm interested to see like what her solutions are as she kind of is as we get to the end of the book.
See since the book was written in the 80s, right? So that's more so what's focused on. It's still relatable to now, like very fucking relatable, like even like more so, but what I was tripped out about was the drug use shit, like how she stuck that in there for like, yeah, and she might do coke and shit like that, but for the most part, she's on point with how the mother speaks to their daughters, and that's how their mindset it becomes how it is when they get older.
And
what were some of the problems that she laid out?
So
one of the things I did want to talk about too, though, I think that it is, while it's written in the 80s, like a lot of those things, like we don't protect Black women, all that, it was running rampant because of social media, right? And it's like, for me, I can only speak for me. I never actually grew up in a household where a Black woman wasn't elevated in a certain way. Like my parents, and then also with my sisters, my daughters, and then me having a wife. So I always like, I'm interested to like, okay, so why do you think that? Like I ask questions because I want you to tell me, like explain to me why you think a certain way. But she also talks about like the incarceration of the Black man and like why a lot of things have made it happen a certain way. And it's like that part of the story gets left out. Like why there's so many single Black women or this, like, so.
I remember a while ago I sent y'all a video of her speaking on that because of all of the other shit that goes on in the Black community. Well, you can't have public aid and stuff like that if you got a man in the house. But the problem that they like, for your answer your question, he was talking about how they devalue a man and how they try to, like, let's say you like your daddy come in and he like, could you give me a cup of water or whatnot? And the mom have an attitude or something and try basically in front of the daughter so he can get his own water or just break it down in its authority, like I'm gonna get it, just to make him feel good.
But that was something that that's what I'm gonna push back on, because I was like, who's doing this? What women do you know? I've never come across that.
They do that a lot, bro. Because you grew up in an African household, and
right.
She spoke on African men the way that they lead their women differently because they don't play that shit. But fucking in a Black household.
Exclusive to, and this is kind of strange because we got 2 Africans and 2 Americans. So are you saying this is something exclusively you've experienced? Like, because I find it baffling. Like, if if I came home after a day's work and my wife was sitting there or my girl was sitting there, I was like, hey, could you grab me a cup of water as I'm just sitting down? And she was
She
like,
probably already have it for you though.
and that was just what I was about to say. Like, why wouldn't she be happy to see you and greet you with that item to show that she's happy to have you come back?
But that's what I'm saying. Like in a
Coaches,
black
bro.
household, that's not how it happens. That's why she mentioned that in the book, how it's different for the Africans. And then she mentioned how they got the black people that pretend to be a part of the culture and they still doing all the bullshit.
That's why I said the social media part, like it make it seem like it's a certain way, but it's really like if we want to be all the way honest, like it's a bunch of lies. Like it's a bunch of lies that some people can pick up on and make it true to their story, but it's not 100% all the way across the board.
I wouldn't say it's a bunch of lies. More so, it's like because I think even in our conversation, it's like our experiences are so varied, and so it's kind of hard when you're talking about something that's like anecdotal to be like, man, that's not just like Heero, like right now, my woman in there making me breakfast right now. I'm running this in the stove.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come
you were African, your daddy raised you right, but she, she doing what she can to keep a king happy too, nigga.
Yeah,
you know
but you dealt with the women that didn't do that type of stuff.
Absolutely, and I was gonna get at that too because I've also dealt with women and I've seen it or been at people's homes and I've just seen like this indignation, you know what I'm saying, kind of this resentment to the male in the household that the book kind of talks about, where it's like, get his own stuff. He got hands. He got hands and feet. You know what I'm saying?
But she didn't only say that though. She gave like what she made sure she did was give like fucking 30 examples of the differences, and she didn't say they all do everything. She just saying that's some of the stuff that they learn in the household, like to get what you want from a man by sexual favor, to fucking make the man feel smart when he's around, but understand that you're smarter than him and he's not as smart as you.
Yeah, so to that point, I wouldn't say it's a lot of generalizations opposed to lies. Like it's a lot of generalizations. Like it's not 100% across the board. Like you can't just say because this is that way, then it's that. Like no, it's not.
Yeah, and that's why she made sure she put all that in there. Just like and she also said it too. Like I'm not saying that every woman does this or every household does this. But for the most part, it's basically true for the black households in the black community. When you have the women now, you could tell how they speak on social media about men and these niggas basically, because they always feel like that they can battle you with everything and every topic. Like we could do this on our own. Like everybody's so focused on trying to do everything on their own, like it's an issue with having a party.
Well, it's that part, and then it's also like, okay, what dude are you choosing to try to be with? Like
they want to be with the untamed animal who don't know much.
You talk about it. You trying to change somebody that ain't about that. Like that's not what they trying to be.
Yeah, like you're not going to come into a conversation with us four and be a woman who's going to make demands of us without having any direction or purpose in that conversation. Like you got to come correct. But the thing that kind of struck me as odd in this conversation is she's giving these descriptions of women that I feel are already damaged, and they were damaged before like they even started having conflicts with males. And the conversation then became
that's the point though. She was saying how the women raised the girls. She was saying how the women raised the girls.
And then like I think
now let's
I'll go ahead, Heero.
Go.
Oh, I was just saying the fact of that. We talking my bad. I got a lag on my phone.
Have at it.
Okay. So I was just gonna say I think the other thing is just it's also just a remnants of like, okay, if you have a household where women are raising the girls, why isn't the father there, et cetera, et cetera. We can go down the whole list, just like the book.
He's out working. So he's out working. But that's how it normally is.
Or it might be a household where the father isn't in the household, or you might have a 2-parent household where the mother didn't have her dad there. So even though her husband is in the life. Yeah, so sometimes they carry like resentment from not having seen a male in the household. And I think that like even like Africans, how we talk about how African women treat their men a certain ways because African men treat their women a certain way. So it's like some of those gender roles that our generation doesn't like. Honestly, you get what I get the treatment I get from the woman I'm dealing with because I'm handling other things in the way that I feel men should handle things. So it's
but
like,
she also like, but she know, she like, okay, so everybody get with somebody, they understand who they are. So she get with you, she know you're African man. Is she African, bro, or she from like where's she from?
well, she foreign too. She from she Jamaican and Guyanese.
So you know they run the same way. So
yeah.
now we talking about basically the American born women. Because the women, like pretty much everywhere else in the fucking world, everybody do the right shit, man. When it comes to couples and relationships, it's here we find the issues.
And so she talked about it because the black women jumped on the feminism train
it wasn't for them.
It wasn't for them. It wasn't about.
Okay, but and see, this is where I can also now push back some more, because feminism wasn't part of traditional tribes in other countries. What people confuse or conflate with feminism is just certain decency and human rights. It's not a culture where we can club women over the head and drag them into our caves and make them our wives. We have to.
That was never a black thing, though. That was social. To do that was a white thing, to club a woman over the head and drag a man.
She talk about that in the book too.
Yeah, that's a white thing.
But she also does. But we
in a black community,
but
even in the African
to that sentence is black women asking to have equal pay or be on footing in a corporate setting in the Western culture shouldn't be the definition of why they're not going to make for great wives. Like them asking for those social structures shouldn't be a reason why we're so I don't believe that feminism is ultimately to blame. I think it's ultimately a communication and a dissonance situation. There was a part of her conversation where she talks about how she felt black women feel betrayed by black men because they couldn't protect them. And that shook me up to the core, because I was like, what would make you think that we're not doing our best to protect you, though? The effort.
Well, because you couldn't do it. Because look, fuck the effort. If you're not doing it, that's the problem. And even though they know you're not able to, like, they know for a fact you're not able to, but they want to make it seem like it's your fault that you became that way.
Yeah.
Not that you were took out of all your elements. Now you don't have a weapon. Fucking.
I think you own to something, Black, too, because I think that, like, at our core, you know, it sounds old-fashioned, but of course a woman wants a man to protect, provide, and all of that. And I think that when he's unable to do that, whether it's his own fault or external factors, I think inevitably she loses a little bit of respect. And the longer says, like, if a man, for example, for a long time is unemployed for a long amount of time, it don't matter what that reason is. If she's not privy to her emotions and is like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm gonna ride this out with him, eventually she's gonna be like, yo, he's gonna lose. He's either gonna lose self-esteem.
You're gonna lose respect.
You're gonna lose respect. Either he's gonna lose self-esteem, and then that's how some men become alcoholics or become abusive.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna be trying his best, and she's just gonna lose respect because she feel like he's not pulling his weight the way a man should. And so I think that's at the heart of it too.
Yeah, just like on social media, y'all been seeing the meme. It comes up every fucking few weeks, every couple months, or at least a couple times a year, where you see the meme. If your man get knocked out in front of you, are y'all still together? Like, bitch, why you ain't help him?
JB, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, okay, to your point, like the equality piece of it, that's only a portion of feminism. But the other part of it is like what Black talking about for forever. When you talk about protection, like the black man, and she wrote this book in the 80s, the black man been used as the example. Like, again, we've been pulled out of households. We ain't been able to get jobs. Like, it's only so much.
They're going to cut your dick off. They're going to hang and beat you.
They're going to hang you. They're going to do all this other stuff. So when you see the black woman standing on the front line for her black man, that's a black woman that made a choice to protect the black man that was underprotected. But at the same time, like, if I can't protect myself, like, it's hard for me to protect somebody else. Like, I'm gonna die protecting you. And that's really that's still the stance that I take for my wife and my family and my kids. But
that's the thing. We are all equally unprotected.
Trying to protect her.
Yeah, we are equally unprotected. We don't even work together as a whole, as you know, even the men not working together. You got too many different factions, organizations that's doing different shit, but not at the end of the day, not conforming and working together when it comes to certain things. Like security should be at like top level for every organization. They shouldn't have a problem with teaming up with any organization when it comes to that portion of it. Now, we all can fight separate fights. We don't have to be included in each other's fights, but we can like support you in other ways. We don't have to be there for everything. That's like that shit I showed you like fucking the other day.
Yeah, the Roland Marks
like
interview.
you can't beat that little man on the head because he ain't even got it all together for his shit. So how he gonna spread his whole self out and exert all of his everything to do multiple things a little bit half great or half good when he could do one thing very great? Like the Peanut Man didn't also work on jelly.
Mm-hmm. Well, then let's talk a little bit about chapter 2, where it talks about the teenage years of the Black women, because I think the overarching decision or conversation to have in this situation is the amount of effort of both parents, because I understand that she knows that the male is in the household, but she doesn't really give the male an opportunity to talk about teaching. Black, as a person raising a woman, a girl to become a woman, and JP too, how do you feel your relationship with your daughter has changed versus if you had a woman in the house with you? Do you feel that you give her a slight edge versus being raised by a woman?
Well, I leave that portion of it up to her mom. So I don't try to I don't want to be like try to be a mom to a girl, just like I don't like when a woman is trying to be a dad to a boy. So only thing I can tell her is the things that she can expect from a dude, not like, you know, the good and the bad. And I can show her the difference between a man and a boy. You know what I mean? So when she goes to finally search for that, she can see the difference. But other than like how to be a woman and everything like that, I don't even fucking play like I can tell you that.
I mean, but you don't feel you don't have any insight to give her on that? Like, you don't necessarily need to be a woman.
I feel like you do, bro. I feel like I can't teach you fucking how to dunk if I can't touch the net.
So I could kind of speak on, I think with us, and she kind of talk on it, the importance of having the family and like what your daughter sees every single day. Like that's what I can talk to her and teach her about. Like I'm gonna always be the first man that she loves, so she not looking for love somewhere else. As far as like, you know, how to be a woman, she's gonna watch the interaction between her mom and me. Like it's nothing.
I don't know if I agree with this, because
she'll see how to be she'll see how he respects her and talks to her and talks about her and talk in front of her versus what happens when she's not around. If the same level of greatness when he's there and they're talking is on the back end, like fucking she know like, okay, this is how a man should be with a woman, or how I feel a man.
That's a passive way of learning, like a more direct state of mind or a question. For example, conversations arise where there could be questions of what type of activity she's into. Like, for example, we all read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Does that mean that we're not going to teach her some form of financial literacy because she's not the leader of a household?
But that has nothing to do with being a girl or a boy. That's just financial literacy. Everybody should be taught that.
But you would say that mostly in a household, the man should control the flow of money. He should be that person.
See, that's only if you live in those times, though. We're not living in those times. Like we know that's how Black people in America has failed. Now, I'm not sure how far it's in Africa, but if only one person is working, you're only gonna be raised by the other. There's no way in hell that if all parties not a part of everything that y'all do, it's just she's saying that who's in charge of all of that. When it comes to the end, like the final say so, that's who's gonna be the dominant figure. And I don't care that. See, for me, I don't care if a woman is smart in certain instances than a man, because that's reality, and it's fucking female kings of Ethiopia that was fucking running shit.
Yeah, I always say, like, I always tell my wife, like, if you earn more money than me, I'll come home in an instant. Like, I don't care too much about those two things. I mean, it just is what.
Because at the end of the day, the time with them kids matter way more than who making the money. Because like it's certain stuff that you ain't gonna learn or be a part of with your kid, because y'all both have to work too much and stress yourself out, and y'all get home and y'all tired. So they learning from the story.
Man, I think that's a big lesson. That's one of my fears, honestly, as a father, is like I know how much I'll be moving around and working now. It's the reason I don't have kids yet, is because I know too many people who resent their rich daddies, who did everything, broke their backs, thought they broke their back for the kids, but they weren't around for those life moments. And so the kids grow up resenting the person that gave them this lifestyle because he wasn't there physically. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at all us and like how hard we working and hustling and all that, you know, I just get inspired by y'all because, man, like Black, like you present. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a good father. You feel me? So it's like I just be fearing that, you know, I won't be able to juggle it in that same way. You know what I mean? But what you said just made me think of that.
But I think we don't give ourselves enough credit. I don't think us as Black men who are extremely good at what we do, like we're cut from a different cloth. Like Black's ability to be a good man and also a good father isn't by accident. It's through trial and tribulation. Like he's learned how to do this. And people, and to give you a better example, there are people far less qualified than us to be raising kids, and they have multiple of them. Like they're every fucking where.
Yeah,
so,
but you know that came from our parents though. Like I watched my father. My father is fucking like one of the coldest dads I ever met. Shit, it's people that fucking didn't have daddies in the projects that, you know, look up to my dad for showing them the basics of life, showing them how to fish and shit like that, how to shoot and survive without the fucking.
The stats are kind of crazy. I looked it up. Black fathers are quicker to say they love both childs, whether male or female. They're both they're more likely to give advice on relationships sooner than any other parents, and they're more likely to show modes of affection with where they're being hugging, holding hands, or even being able to kiss their children in public. Like Black men are extremely caring and nurturing, and the fact that we're not in the household more often is further proof of a lack of development. Meanwhile, in other cultures, the women do take that role. So it's super strange to see that Black men are so good at being nurturers, but we're not given the opportunity in a lot of cases. Shout out to Rob.
Join into the club. Hey, and the different thing is like what I was gonna say earlier about with how the women raise the girls is the same for the pops. Because like when you got a daddy that was out here doing this thing, he'll take his boys around all these other hoes, but he will not take his daughter around no other people. So now you get that, you like as a man, as a boy getting raised in our community, you find out like, oh man, it's better to have all these hoes because everybody got hoes, and even some of the fathers.
What about in high school now? Then let's take it a step further and go to high school. In high school, we were all known for different things. I was like a jock. We had a ultimate class really in 07. We all had different perspectives, but I don't remember seeing these actions or these what she describes as women learning to take advantage of men early on.
Man, that's pretty much all that was going on in high school.
Okay, so then break this down for me because maybe I didn't see this shit.
When it came to the teenage world, I'm like, man, that's to the country, huh? Man,
hey, 15
fresh off the boat. That's because he just got over here.
Right, he just got over there. He saw what he wanted to see.
Yeah, he didn't even see his brother doing it.
Luke was out here running these streets, that's boy.
Yeah.
So, like, give some. I mean, you can give some personal examples. You can give some herd examples. But I found this to be so like refreshing to hear. Like, oh my god, like this is a thing. Like this level of manipulation at such a young age.
And for both parts too, though. Like if the dude got some money, they're gonna be around for that. They're gonna get what they want for that. And then if they got popularity, money, it was pretty much just those two. Pretty much, like if you were popular or you was getting some money, you had some girls, bro. And if you was on a band team, if you was in a band, you had them. If you played sports, you got them.
Yeah, I'll say that from a sports perspective, the rush to get that jersey on Friday was a fucking line, man. I was like, damn, y'all really thirsty over this jersey. But it didn't occur to me that was like a status symbol. So like, but is that more like a cultural thing from a high school standpoint? That's not something that your parents taught you, like go find the most popular guy in high school. That's something that high school put into us.
Nah, see, that's what they were saying. When the women talk to the girls or the things that they see, like you got to use what you got to get what you want. Basically, you saying Players Club. And chicks to this day still quote that. Like you got to get what you want on Facebook all the time. They quoting that.
So you know how I just said, like my daughter watch our interaction. Like it's the exact same thing, and she talked about it in the book. Like if you got a single mom, right? like your daughter is watching how you interact with these men that's coming in and out. And I mean, I seen it firsthand with one of my exes, like in the house, and watch her mom with dudes, and like, oh, that's why you doing that. And I'm glad I got out, you know. But it's just like you see it.
And then when this woman doing everything on their own, the way they speak about men when men ain't around is crazy.
Rob, as the second married man in this quartet, tell me, do you feel that energy, that strength of, like, I know you don't, I know the wife ain't talking bad about you behind your back, but like, do you feel like this is something that you've seen in women in the past?
Yeah, I don't know what's being said when I'm not around. I ain't gonna write it off. But if it's not directed, it's not respected.
And they talk about how the women speak about everything related to the men, and everybody know your business. That's true, like a motherfucker. Because it'd be like a random chick you mess with, you know everything about that her boyfriend done that's bad. Like, hey, he got a little nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. He don't got no job. Like, a chick was telling me her boyfriend.
Hold on. Like, but guys gossip too, though. We talk too. Like,
we don't talk about
that level though.
Yeah, we ain't talking about how bad our woman. Like,
y'all ain't never showed your camera reel. Y'all ain't never showed
not of our lady. You can see hoes. You ain't never gonna see no.
You can see the hoes. You never gonna see my lady.
Not the one you with.
Okay, so I mean,
you won't never get to see that.
I mean, of course, your main ain't never gonna get seen, but we still talk. Our side chicks aren't worthy of that respect.
Yeah, but we talking about you talking about side chick versus they main. Like I know stuff about girls' main boyfriend. Like, he don't got no job. He only still sell packs. Like, I'm like, that ain't my business, bro. Like, just take off your panties. You know what I mean?
Go heat up that food. I can't stand.
Okay,
but the man got his motherfucker. He got to speak on. He about to get in trouble.
I can use that.
Hey, I put it on mute. I was like, hey, listen. This guy talk, don't judge nothing you hear. I'm just talking about
we all thinking about when we were children.
Right. Yeah. You know, talking about back
before your time. So then let's talk one more about another teenage trope. The use of sex. Now, I know I was always looking for a goddamn nut in high school. That was literally my second job. First job was to play sports. Second job was to look for a nut.
Heero was out there stroking to rock music.
Bro, hammering. Give me that shit. I won't. That's it. Give me. Like, hey, I was knocking them dead. But like, and I feel like this is double-edged sword, because guys are just at the status of being with some dude is also considered a status for women. So like, guys can also benefit from this too.
Because you get to get their friends.
But do you not think it's more hormonal and it's like the state of age that we're at? Because now, as the older me, every girl got a hoe, and every girl turned into a fish after about 30 minutes. So what the fuck special about you?
For the chicks in high school, they were trying to get to their end. See, we were just trying to take care of some shit. I was talking about this a while ago, how like younger women always try to find that guy that they're gonna be with forever right away. And we were just trying to have fun. Like so that's why they be like, all right, I'm doing all this because this is gonna be forever for me. And then we just like, look, what is your friend talking about when you leave?
Get the book. Did the book talk about how women are conditioned to do that? Like, how much of that is nature versus nurture? Like, you know what I mean? Is that natural?
No, absolutely. And that's in chapter 3, unless somebody got something to throw in here.
But yeah, like I don't think it is nature, because
and real quick before we continue, I just want y'all to know ain't no cap in my raps.
Hey. Is
that a paper plate, my brother?
Make sure she listens to the beginning of this. Make sure she listens to the beginning.
And the paper plate is genius too, because guess who got to do the dishes? Me. Yeah. But I'm using a paper plate, so ain't no dishes, nigga. You know what the fuck going on?
Hey, people don't like people.
People.
Some of y'all are supposed to be like, yeah, I ain't the paper like me. I'm gonna use paper, utensil, and everything because I don't like dishes.
Yeah.
And if we ain't got to do no dishes, we can do other shit.
Over the pot, I would, goddamn it.
I know it. I'm not. I'm gonna sit here and tell a little bit. I like.
And I'm not dumping the food out of a pot into a plate. Or
but I also like
leftover.
eating.
That pot going in the
like
fridge.
eating like straight out the pot. So that's just me.
Yeah.
But I like doing dishes.
But you eat with your hands.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Hey, keep it real. Hey, Bob, fool. I'm a lot. There's no reason to use a utensil from pure to your mouth. That's all. But let's talk a little bit about the lie that is told, the single marriage and the way that they're portrayed. One thing that I did find fascinating about this book, and they talked about it in an extent, is how they portray love and marriage, and how is this glorified woeful thing, and how like motherfuckers out here really spending $30,000 that they don't have for a wedding that they can't afford, for a lifestyle that's only going to be depreciated as the years go by, because financial stability is the number one killer of all marriages. So women unwittingly or wittingly are taught to aspire or reach for those grandiose ideas of love and factions from their childhood stories, the sleeping seven dwarfs and bullshit, the Beauty and the Beast with Stockholm syndrome. Like, it's literally a part of their life. So how much of that, and Black mentioned it, they bring it up because that's what they've been raised on. But how much of that is realistic, and how much of that is real? Do we find ourselves as men trying to adhere or accomplish those ideas? Like, what was your task when dealing with your significant other when they had to come to terms with, I'm not a fucking prince? Sorry.
It's different now, because even the print, like, okay, look, when marriage is talked about anywhere else, movies, TV shows, books, everything, the father of the bride pays for that. But we're stuck in a generation where the father of the brides ain't got shit or ain't there. So we gotta fucking provide for that or do for that because we want to make her feel special. Because at the end of the day, bro, we just gotta have a little fun together. You know, make it seem like it's a little bit more important than City Hall. But fucking
no, absolutely.
I could do City Hall though. Like City Hall is okay for like I could just go there and then we can party.
Show of hands. Wedding under 5,000, ring and all.
Ring, bro.
My ring.
I paid more than that for the last ring.
I was gonna say ring included, man. I mean, you know, the ring got to be more than
Because if you make it more than 5,000, how much? In a couple weeks, bro, that's gonna be pretty bad.
I don't know, no, for sure. I always say, but like I always tell people, like if you couldn't have the big flashy wedding, would you still be in love, in much love? Like, were you in love before the wedding? Were you in love after? Like, my whole point of that is saying, like, it's not about the ring, it's not about the wedding ceremony. I know people who got married 3 times, and each time they got married, it was less expensive and they stayed in love longer until the last one where they just went to City Hall and they still together now. So
it's an important thing of each other. I know somebody who got married that met over a weekend and they're still together and they got a lot of, like, they keep having more and more kids. He met her on a Friday, got married on a Saturday. She had a kid. She had a kid. I think she either had a kid or 2 kids, and then now they have like 6 kids together and they still together.
And then I just think overall it's different for men than women. I feel like women think about this idea of a wedding like starting really young, and they don't stop thinking about it until they have it. And men,
that's why in high school they locked in.
That's
why in high school they be locked in. They be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna be with forever. Mm-hmm. And then even then they would like, I'm gonna do the things for him, even though it might seem crazy, but it might be something that he really liked. That's why in high school you get a lot of women to do a lot of stuff that they would never do as an adult woman. Because most people had their threesomes in high school. Most people did all type of crazy shit in high school now. You got the new age women that do that as an adult, but fucking for the most part, even a lot of the ones that was hoes back then, they try not to be hoes anymore because they saw I didn't get them nothing. So the ones that wasn't hoes back then, they want to be hoes now because they felt like the hoes was getting everything, but they weren't getting shit either.
Even the ones who was hoes
back then. Is that the myth of Aisha Curry?
Even the ones who was hoes back then was looking for love, though. They just didn't know how to get it.
Yeah. But they thought that was the way you look. Like that's the way they felt you loved them. Because I know I've met women who thought the way you loved them was hitting them, or like my brother dated this one chick who nickname was just basically bitch. That's all she went by, and I ain't understand. But he never called another woman bitch like that. But her name was bitch. For the most part, every chance that's all she was known as. I'm like, this woman is crazy. Like, why are you accepting this? He's not even like that.
JB, you had something?
Nah, I was just gonna say the pandemic actually saved us from spending too much on the wedding, but that's also how I knew like my wife was different, because like a lot of women wouldn't have settled. Like they wouldn't have just been like, nah, we could just keep waiting. Like, what are we waiting for? Do you want to be married to me, or do you want to have this big stupid ass wedding? Like, you need to make your mind up.
Like, what is it really for?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll ask this, what is the plight? What is the biggest flaw of a single woman that you've met in your lifetime? What's the biggest flaw she has that's holding her back?
Too much interdependence on others.
Okay, Rob.
Oh, you said she was too. She said you said too dependent on others.
Mm-hmm.
So you like not more so independent.
Exactly.
What if you had a woman that was too independent?
I would love.
Hey, I was gonna say.
No, you wouldn't love that. You wouldn't love that because
to
her it'd be feel like she have to do everything by herself. She wouldn't be that accepting of you being able to help, or like she'll have problems that she'll go like get too crazy and out of hand before she even let you know that it's there, and then you be like, God damn, why? If you'd have told me about this last week before I bought this motherfucking TV.
So, but I feel like you're moving. But I feel in that situation you've moved the goalpost, because when I say someone's independent, I think for myself, me personally, I'm an extrovert that has introvert energy. Like I talk on a mic all day and stuff like that, but I need my time alone. But you can sit on my couch and watch me.
Oh, time alone, but like we talking about dependence and independence. Though that's way different than how your social comfort levels, and like because that's how I am when it comes to like.
But that's why I say you find a partner first.
About that, but
then
also
you find a friend.
If you can be upstairs and that you're there, that's okay with me.
So it's dependence, which Rob was talking about, and then independence, which Black talking about. Interdependence is really what you're looking for in a relationship. And interdependence is like we dependent upon each other, but we can also do our own thing.
Yeah.
And that's
but when you're overly dependent is when you like not looking for no help, you won't tell nobody. Then they gotta find out something's really fucked up about you, and they're like, "Oh shit, I gotta help with this." But then you're like, "Oh, I was gonna be able to take care of it next year on my taxes, and it's January now." Like, it's like, nah, man. Let's take care of this.
All right.
Shit.
What other flaws? What other flaws do you know? I just want
to say this one thing on the independence piece too. A lot of sisters, when they finally find a man who they trust or who is like big dog enough to handle those problems, they lose a lot of that independent energy. Like a lot of alpha women will let go of that stuff when she comes across the right alpha male. You know what I'm saying? It's not just any male who's just, got more money or got the energy or whatever.
So you saying it's the white alpha male. So once the white man come, they give all their troubles.
No, I said the right.
That Jesus got their back.
He said right.
Because they know how Jesus coming for them. So they're gonna go ahead and
Black trying to make this go platinum.
Wow, Black.
The right Asiatic black man, brother.
And she got it to that too. How they go to that white savior shit, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's chapter 4. So, but real quick, anybody else got any other flaws that single women seem to run into? Another one that I run into is I feel like they put themselves out there in the wrong places. I often find women who are obsessed with lifestyle choices versus character choices. They say things to me like, I love to travel, but I never see them at the airport. I never see them outside of their state. You can't love a man who travels if you're always in the same place.
Going from to Rosemont when they live on the west side. They're not. Yeah,
there's a girl. Hey, there's a girl I know who
every girl says traveling now for some crazy ass reason.
There's a girl that says this in her bio. She says that she is foreign. She lived 3 blocks down the street from me, and she claims from this day forth that she is foreign. I don't put her out there because she got the long hair and everything, so she can front. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you not living your best life, and I know it. And every time I like one of her pictures that she puts that on, she knows I'm thinking about it.
But that's what it be though. They always want to like. Every girl that you meet now says they want to travel, and they travel like don't have a passport. Ain't been too many of nowhere. Like for the most part, people been to Wisconsin, Dells, Atlanta. and probably Miami, bro. And that's due to the $40 trips now. He didn't got their ass down there in Atlanta and they got stuck. Like, who buys one-way tickets, bro? Who does that? That's how you know you ain't a traveler. Because if you buy a one-way ticket and you not rich, you stupid.
Facts.
Hey, especially when everybody traveling to the same location.
Knowing that the flight finna be mad expensive when it's time for y'all to probably get out there, motherfucker.
But they not travelers, so they don't know. That's the thing. They not travelers, so they don't know.
That's true. I was gonna say, y'all made me think of another flaw that I see, and I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got 5 nieces, man, and and 2 big sisters who raised me, so it surprised me when I see it. When it seems like women expect for a relationship to solve all of their life goals or problems. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you, what you said, like
everything. They only another step beyond the travel thing.
It's a lot of women who say, you know, let's use the travel example. Rather than say I love to travel, it's like, yo, he better fly me out. I need a man who going just fly. If you want to go somewhere, just do it. Or like they look
because they not looking for nobody. They not looking to travel with nobody. They look for somebody to pay for their trip.
That exactly, and I think that's one of the biggest flaws of this generation. But I think it comes from the void that has been left in our communities because how we've been mass incarcerated, all the stuff that we already know about.
Yeah, and the family ain't been nowhere. That's what I'm saying. They've been to Wisconsin Dells. They drove there.
More specifically though, I want to get at, like, I think that because you got so many broken Black families, they're like, there's so many Black men who have been unable to provide. They're like, I need a man to provide me everything that my father didn't get.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they want you to do everything their daddy wasn't able to, and they always try to pretend that they
rather than doing it for themselves.
And then you meet their daddy, you be like, then what's like? So my daddy did all this type of stuff. You're like, your daddy was just in jail forever. Like, when did you do any of this? Like, that ain't how it works. Motherfucker sending your daddy money for them books he ain't reading.
There's also one more thing, and you want to know something that tells me a lot about just how a woman's going to interact with you is how they even treat them just serving you. If you can't, I did this once to a girl and she couldn't believe it, but it was just straight facts because she told me on the dating app she wanted to go to a 5-star restaurant. That's all she's good for. And I was like, hey, that's facts. I hear that. Let's go. Let's do this date. She got all dressed up, all be fine. I gave her the address, and I know she was done because she didn't even check the address. We got to the place. It was actually a food shelter. I said, yo, we going to work here for 2 hours, and we going to get this free meal at the end for our service. And she's like, no, I didn't come here for that. I thought you would take me out. I'm like, if you can't serve a perfect stranger, you'll never be able to serve a king. So what's your game plan? She left. But she tried to hit me up. It was like, you know what? I thought about it. What you said was true. I should have changed it. I ain't hit her back up. But she learned a valuable lesson.
So wait. So you want to teach a lesson, then you ain't gonna hit her back up afterward? What kind of?
No, fuck that. I'm a teacher.
I'm trying to
catfish them.
You gotta like, bro. You gotta teach a motherfucker how to be around you, just like she gonna have to teach you what type of shit to throw. But once you get like a motherfucker that's willing to learn, you gonna throw that out the window, my nigga.
In my mind, I was just a stepping stone for her perfect man, and it wasn't me.
So that is a flaw that I was gonna say to your point. I don't think that like you want perfection that don't exist.
Yeah,
and like that's why
it's okay to learn.
It is like you got to be willing to have those tougher conversations and then be able to teach through them. Like those is conversations I'll say for my wife and I, like we've had those conversations. Like she for the most part grew up in a single parent household. Like you don't really know. And she had to come to that realization, like, you know what? I really don't know. But being open to like listening and learning and talking to, you know, my mom and other people, like, okay, that's a good one. But if I like, you don't know, and she be like, what you talking about? Like, and we steady having that back and forth, then this is never gonna work.
It's a real good point.
I know that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
So then let's talk a little bit when we are in the wedding. Let's talk about chapter 4. We talk about the wedding. And the wedding is set up in a way for us to believe that it's this big hype. It's this big thing. Now, I'm of the mindset, and I'm not married, and I've never been married, so I don't know this, but I'm of the mindset that the happiest day of my life with my wife isn't going to be my wedding day with her. I think it would either be her giving birth to our first child or whatever, but it wouldn't be the wedding day. But there's a lot of emphasis put on
it'll be the
wedding
day
day
that you
and
have fun.
that honeymoon phase.
It's gonna be the last day it's gonna be the last day you had y'all fun. Cause that's gonna be the most instant memory. Like you're gonna know that like it was just happened. So you're gonna know that everything about it because it just happened. You're gonna know about your wedding because you're gonna have pictures and shares to pop back up on Facebook. But at the end of the day, your happiest moment is always your last happy moment. Because a woman is gonna hold you to your last few bad moments when anything happened, just like and none of them good moments ever happen. For the most part, the whole couple.
How important is it though for the woman to be able to let the past go?
How many are able to really let it go? Even if
y'all you just brought up the impossible, bro.
Right, keep wishing on the star.
Hey, did you look? I'm gonna say, look, I got this picture that'll show, say women, and then I guess like it's a fist coming in that say accountability, and then they just like for every fist of accountability, they just dodging the shit out of them.
But you know what it is? But you want to know what? I find that it's easier for the women I deal with. The women that I know that will let stuff go are the women that properly know how to apologize. If a woman doesn't know how to properly apologize to me, I know that relationship is not going to work.
We talking about accountability, bro.
2 times in my life where, she messed up. She messed up. I came over. I was just going chill in my own business, get up my day. She's like, oh, she tried to pay me with sex or pay me and buy me food. Just say, if you're sorry, just say you sorry. If you're sorry, just say you sorry.
Say the words, yeah. And then
you ain't even look. Just say admit you were wrong. You ain't even
gotta say sorry. Right. That's sorry.
Just admit you were wrong.
We can talk about it. I don't even need. I'm sorry. Like if
that's sorry for me. You say you admit you was wrong. I damn near rub your feet. It's okay, baby.
The first time it happened to me, I didn't realize that a woman had never apologized to me until a woman apologized to me. And I was like, this never happened before. And you appreciate, you forget.
And it's probably, you like, it never happened again. You got to go ahead and do something like hey, you got to do like, how a dog finally pee outside and you give it a treat? A woman says a fucking apology, you say, good girl. You rub her head, you feed her. You do all type of shit. You got to know this is good to do, baby. I'm going to make you happy as fuck.
Boy,
so let's talk a little bit about the
canceled for that one.
But first, to
your hey, look, like the whole relationship gonna change when she mad, but when you mad, nigga, we just gonna switch.
I'm turning my camera off when Black talk. I like my job.
I'm like, I'm like every time he turn the camera off, he's smiling and laughing.
Now I was gonna say to your original point, Heero, like the wedding day, and we both talked about it. Like, ain't nothing changed, but everything changed. Like on paper, all of that. That was the whole point of me wanting us to get married. Like, you don't have to jump through all these loopholes around who gets financed, all this stuff. Yeah. But ain't nothing changed for us. Like, we've been together for 7 years. Like, if something changed on the day we get married, then we got a real problem.
That's what I be telling people. Like, people think they're gonna get married and the sex gonna change. If the sex get better after marriage, I don't want to fuck with you. Who taught you these things?
You stingy. Well, you stingy as fuck.
I'm like, did you just learn this? That's why I said you gotta get your horn out before your relationship, because the sex gonna be just as good as your sex was when you got there. So if you ain't learned nothing before you got there and your shit started getting better out of nowhere, you be like, hold on.
Hey, me and me, I already feel like I'm gonna watch this over like 4 times.
Who taught you how to do keepers? Where does this come from?
Hey.
remember Chris Rock Yeezy taught me.
Right, exactly. I'm so dead. Because everybody know, I don't know if this happened to y'all. Have y'all ever been in that situation where your girl is giving head better than she ever had before? And you like with no explanation, like, you know what I'm saying? At least tell me about a girl's night. Tell me about your freaky friend who taught you something. Like, give me something.
You know,
that's the hype. Because it's hard. Look, because as a man, that after you already accepted this bad head for so long, when you start coaching her to do better, she's gonna wonder where you learned that at.
But I think you gotta be honest.
Just like when she get better,
just feel better.
You just kind of know what you like.
Like when she get better, how you know what you like? If you like this the whole time, if you like this the whole time, and now you want to,
but you don't. But Black, I think you wrong for that one.
Now you gotta do the golf 3000. Like when you
Black, you wrong. The reason is, I think as much as we talk about communications in relationship, people need to talk about communications while they're having sex. Too often during sex is a silent ordeal. Sex is a conversation. You you don't just say smack her in the face, spit in her mouth, and plug her butthole. You need to have conversations like what it gets aggressive.
This
in my
nigga
house.
hey, bro.
I told you that rock and roll shit do something to you. But the fact is, the conversation needs to take place at some point about what is preferred, what is liked. It can be post, it can be pre, it can be mid-stroke. But if you're having quiet sex, and I'm not talking about the moaning and groaning type shit, if you're having quiet sex, you're probably having bad sex.
Yo, I got a question on since we're speaking about accountability. This question on accountability for us. Do you think that men make women comfortable enough to say what they like? You know what I mean? Because like when a woman, because sometimes egos can be so fragile that if a
they don't want to seem like a hoe.
Either they don't want to seem like a hoe, or they don't want you to think that you ain't putting it down, because then you're gonna get insecure, think she cheated, da da da. So it's like women have to be real careful and tactful sometimes and tell you what they
men
like,
do too though. We all like, but that's why you gotta be open to do it. Because if y'all both scared to talk about it, y'all gonna be scared to talk about that for a long time until it can fuck up some shit.
I feel like
once y'all arguing, ready to hear it.
Because once y'all get to arguing, that's why when you lick my shit, you do it wrong. Like my last boyfriend used to lick from in circles, but you going up and down only.
But I feel like also in an adult relationship, you don't use spiteful tactics like that. Like if you truly care about somebody like that, and that's someone you truly care about, then you're not gonna use spiteful tactics like that. Now
we got. If we fighting, bro. If we fighting in the black fight in the black household, if y'all fighting and the fight really ain't got no purpose, somebody got to hit hard, because ain't nobody getting knocked out. We just gonna be fighting all day.
That's a thing. Like you argue to hurt someone's feeling.
That's that toxic shit. Yeah,
that's toxic as hell. I'm not with the shit.
No,
I tell a woman I'll be like, yo, I'll be like, man, if we argue and you say something you can't take back, you're gonna have to sit with that, because I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
You gotta stand on it.
You gotta stand on that. You know what I mean?
You need less toxic relationships. Like I'm concerned about you.
I'm just letting you know how it goes. Nigga, I didn't witness this shit.
But I can tell you now, and no cap. I mean, like, I heard this multiple times, but like, the woman I'm dealing with now, but like, yo, past relationships, been mad aggy, get mad attitude. Da, da, da. I know I can't do that with you. Like, you know what I mean? Because you just said, and they always respect the person and the amount of respect that you command too. So like, if eventually you can decide, some people like spicy, like argumentative relationships too, because that means the makeup set's gonna be bomb too. So sometimes like people like that.
Or the makeup, like
if you want sex, you get afterwards. You want sex.
Yeah, like, but the sex might not be from them. So the argument might be because I want to get out the house.
I've heard that they like to just piss you off, like they like to see you mad. Like I don't understand what that's about.
So
but I've heard
that's why men die before women, because they actually mad and heard about it.
But it's sort of
they have heart attacks.
Yeah, JB,
women trying to get their go.
JB, to your point, that's also the opposite for us, because like just for men, like the best gift you can give me in the morning is unsolicited head. Man, a woman that's on you like white on rice, now that's my thing. So if she want to see me beat chest and walk on, hey, I'll fuck around, break some shit. But I think like
you saying some sweet nothings to his lady right now. Oh, this ain't how I be.
No. I got my NPC and she can't even hear. But I asked the question, but I didn't want to cut you off. I was like, yo, why do women want to see men mad? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not like mad. I think they like to see
just the aggression.
They want to see that. So I was watching Blackish the other day. One of the episodes on first season, to where fucking his mom and daddy, like this dude came and tried to jump in front of them for their car, and then at the answer said something, and dude was like, "What you gonna do about it?" He kind of bitched out, and his wife was like, "Damn." But then his daddy was like, "Yeah, what you want to do about it?" He said, "Fucking, I ain't got nothing to lose. You got something to lose today? Because we got all the time." Then fucking Anthony Anderson and Lawrence Fishburne and his mama always was beefing. But right after she seen that, she was like, "Ooh, can I ride with you?" and then through the whole episode was to see that Anthony Anderson was a tough guy. They want to see that fucking dominance too, though.
Yeah,
they do. That's
They
true.
want to see it until they see it. They want you to see it until they see it.
Yeah, they want you to be weak, dominant, pass. They want you to have every single emotion, like
all at once,
at the moment they want. Yeah,
at the right time. Yep.
Yeah.
But Heero brought up a good point though. Even when we was talking about the nasty sex, like that aggressiveness, if that show up in sex, and you like, you showing that beast, you get the leeway to not have to show it in other situations. Yeah. Basically your woman act right when you fuck her right. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to argue if you choking up in bed and all of that. She sees that you got that strength, that passion, all that shit. I'm not going to argue with you, be rough with you outside the bedroom. I ain't got the energy for that.
I think one of my strongest like get out of free jail cards is when me and my lady is arguing. It's just like I'd be like, especially if we're outside, I'm like, let's get home and talk about it. And she's like, and she goes silent, zero. Like, I'm cool with that because like in public, there's no need for me to show off. Everyone can see that I'm a 6'5" dude. But I think like a lot of women respect a man who can also control themselves in heated moments because a woman isn't expected to have her emotions in check. She's given the benefit of the doubt when she starts to cry. If you do that too much,
they don't be like, damn, he don't care about shit. Because you always cool to the argument.
And that's why I said let's get home.
They want to eventually see you get involved in an argument versus like, cause me, nigga, I'd be like, all right, cool,
No, but we can argue.
Like we can debate loud, but when it comes to you getting mad, I'm like, I'm not about to waste my energy on that shit.
Yeah, once you start showing excess emotion, I'll be like, all right, we'll finish this conversation at home. Now, if she's on her P's and Q's, once again, she could be there with 2 guns, a knife, and a blade in her mouth, and the police still gonna shoot me first. So there's no point in me even reacting to that situation. But I also would expect her never to put her black man in a situation where I look like a threat to her because of.
But that's when the relationship changes. If y'all outside acting crazy, and then you be like, all right, I don't know.
It's over. It's over.
Like, I'm cool. Hey, off topic. Did y'all see that cop that went out his way to get shot instead of just killing that lady? Because I don't know if he was scared to just pop her ass, but he gave her too much room to do everything other than what the fuck he said.
Talking about the lady that kept going in her car?
Going in the car, called her mama. She went in the purse a bunch of times. When she got in the car,
I didn't see that one.
Bro, I would have. She shot him. No, he killed her. But she shot him.
Tried to put cuffs on. Like so, he tried to put cuffs on.
Like turn around and put these cuffs on you. Right. She like nope. She stopped. She ran around the whole car. Then hopped in the car, and while she was in the car, he tried to pull out. Then he tased her, and then she reached for a gun. He like put the gun down. After you grab the gun, I'm shooting.
Was she right?
No, she's a black girl. That's all. I think he was scared.
He had a taser in his hand. He was like, put the gun down, and he pulled his gun out, like put the gun down, and then she shot him and drove off. Yeah. I was like,
I hate hearing stories like that because it just makes it seem like, see, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I
would have shot her 75 times, bro.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
It was so many points when you watching that video, you was like, all right, taser. Because he should have tased her a long time before she ran around that car.
No, yeah. And to the point, and to your point, like his death is still his responsibility because at any point where he felt like she was being belligerent, you have tackled people for less.
He was so nice. Bro, he was so nice to her, bro. He was so nice. Bro, she was calling her mama, going to her bag, smoking cigarettes. She went to the
problems though. At that point, she was trying to smoke her cigarette. He let her go in the car, get her lighter, smoke her cigarette, all kind of stuff. He was super.
When she reached in the car, he pointed out
to turn around and put on cuffs. Then all hell broke loose.
Here go one of the problems with police.
He brought
that. And I know Black know this as a military man. You know that whole idea that shooting, like if you don't shoot to kill. And hit center mass and all of that stuff. That's what makes it so difficult. Like it's hard to hit people. I'd be like, why you couldn't shoot him in the leg? I don't know if people understand a leg shot can be a fatal shot. And if you've really been to the range, it's really hard to hit the leg. That's why you say center mass, because it's like the biggest easiest target. But all that to say, don't you wish you would have just popped her without killing her? Like, I feel like they always shoot to kill. You know what I mean? Is that an alternative to that?
Like for the most time,
if you close,
or not even shoot her. For the most part, yeah. But like for that instance, bro, when you watch that video, you'll be like, God fucking damn, what's wrong with her? She bro, he could have died. So like for me, I'd have been like either just shoot her in the head to end it, the
head.
Oh yeah, bro, he was close enough to do that.
He could have shot him. He was close enough to shoot in the leg, then, right?
But she had a gun. Like, he literally saw the gun and she shot him, and he lay on the ground. So when she backed up, she could have also just hit him. So after not killing her the first time when she shot him, she could have then ran him over and backed up and ran him over again. So like to avoid any of that, I'm killing you. Because after he was 300-400 pounds, so he couldn't run out the way after he got shot. He hit the ground. It was hard for him to even get up.
He was big as hell. But to Demetti point, I hate videos like that because it'd be like, well, see, you know, but he's like, he clearly, you know, not that your normal cop. What he because he letting her go back in and out the car.
Yeah, his training failed him. His training failed him in his own lack of
he
indecisiveness.
was just a good person, bro. I don't want that to change about him.
Benefit of the doubt.
No, you could be a good. No, he could have still been a good cop and drug her armbarred to the fucking ground.
He could, bro. I think she had on Vaseline because he tried to grab out the car, and it wasn't happening.
He could not get her out the car.
He could not get out the car, but that's why I just
not go down to the tase.
That's why I don't like fat uniform people. Like you got to be in shape enough to handle a situation like that. Or you, I don't know if it was Vaseline or he had grease from his food or what.
You can't be out of shape.
Hey, Black making jokes. We go to the next chapter. Chapter 5. So Black over here clowning. Chapter 5. Goddamn Black. All right, so we talk about in chapter 5. We're talking about the social integration, dating and marrying the white man.
It wasn't just the white man though. It was the African man. It was just turning different stuff.
The African man,
how they treat their own kind when they know that's who you are.
I love women to probably to a fault. I love women so much, but there's nothing like a Black woman in my mind. Like I can't get enough of Black women. I literally have this setting on my phone that only gives me Black women. Now, if a white woman slides on me, that's cool. But the Black women go only ones I'm looking for. But I've never, as a person who's only had sexual relations with white women and never dated a white woman, I find this part to be a little bit strange to me because this was probably in the past, Black on Black were getting married at a higher rate. It's changed a little bit now, but Black men don't get married to white women as often. Black men
actually, that's why I tried to tell a chick that other day, I'm like, Black men actually marry Black women way more than white women marry Black men. But the thing,
that's all.
Yeah, that's all they see. That's what I'm saying. All you see are the famous people, and that's not how shit go. If they got money, that's not how shit go. You see Russell Wilson. He had that white girl. He had to get his ass back to somebody who could dance. Because at the same time, bro, you're not about to get no fufu from no white woman because she couldn't even season the food, regular food. So what makes you think she gonna?
I also feel like that's a stereotype that you're falling
into. She about
to
make no motherfucking fufu.
Minus the raisins in their coleslaw and potato salad, they do.
They put raisins in macaroni too, bro.
Oh my God.
They could bake though.
They could
bake though.
look at JV. They can bake though.
Only thing I'm gonna get white people is lemonade. Motherfuckers are cold with lemonade.
Oh man. But do you feel like the Black women who date, I don't even think Black women will date whoever they want. You'll marry and love whoever you want to love. That's perfectly fine. That's not what we're here to debate. I think this is what she missed, the big picture, that people can love whoever they want to love. Like, I feel like she's being overzealous here. They're not dating white men because they feel that white men are more equipped to handle them. I think they date that white man because that's the white man they love. Period. I think she was saying
when Shaniqua was dating Rob in the hood, she treated him way different than when she got to dating Bob.
Yeah, but when she started fucking with Richard, whose nickname is Dick, he has a Fortune 500 company, so that's why he gets different privileges. Now,
there you go,
Richard
right there, the
was really
white
known as
savior.
little,
Look at you. You looking for a white savior too,
no,
Heero.
but let me shut up. Let me finish this idea. But if Richard, whose name is
his
Dick,
money matter now,
but goes by Little Dicky because he works out in the hood and he has a gas station, he's also going to be treated like shit. It's about your situation.
So
if
you're looking
ain't
at
shit,
you hear that? Because of what you do, you ain't shit. So you could be very valuable as a human being and work at McDonald's. Bro,
hey, I love janitors. I think janitors are amazing.
They call custodians. Right now you're being disrespectful because you're a doctor. Niggas be wilding out. Niggas getting their education.
Black is so fucking annoying. When I say black, if there are times I want to mute black, these are the times that I'm talking about right now. These are the times.
Wow.
My boy Heero out here wilding out.
Rob, give us some knowledge on this. What is love, Rob?
I feel like love is just two people, whether it be a relationship or family, not giving up on each other. That's what love is, in its basic sense in my eyes. People not giving up on it. There's some people that you got to distance yourself from, but just because you distance yourself doesn't mean you give up on somebody.
I feel like you got to work your way around it. Like, it depends on the type of love or who you talking about love. You love your significant other, like it's not complicated, bro. You love a person how they want to be loved. They love you how you want to be loved. When it comes to loving your family and friends, you gotta
I see your background, love. Bro.
Who background?
Umar.
Oh yeah, because I was thinking that too, bro. Like marrying black, bro, it should be a big thing, bro. Like he was wild for that one. Talking about like, bro, it's okay to marry outside your race if you love somebody. Don't do that white savior shit.
No, for sure. Then okay, so then JB, what's love?
I mean, I kind of agree with Black, or with Rob and Black, but for me, and I talked about this on even our little podcast. Like, I made a conscious decision to marry a Black woman. Like, for me, it was just like certain shit I don't want to have to explain. I don't want to have to talk about. I need you to just
talk
understand.
on that.
I just need you to understand some shit. So it's just like I've tried to, I wouldn't say try to date white women, but I went to a PWI. It was white girls everywhere. Like certain shit I gotta explain to you. Like this is stupid to me. Like, this is remedial, and it's not your fault. It's just we got two completely different cultures.
It's that chosen ignorance thing I was saying about was a couple books ago. Like when you choose to be ignorant of things, like you choose what not to see and look at because it's not around you as often because you see it on TV. Oh, yeah, I could change the channel. Because you can't change the channel of your everyday life. It don't work like that. But like fucking, we can move wherever we want to, but it's still you still be a nigga.
Like, so you don't see them people looking at us different. Like you don't see that.
They never want to. Yeah, I hate that, and they never want to believe that their people are capable of the evil shit that we've seen them do throughout history.
It never happened to me. Why would you think like?
Why would you think?
Yeah, it's not like that. It never happened for me.
I got to tell y'all, and I had to, hold on, wait. I got to word this story carefully because I don't want to denigrate the sister, but I did a story about a white woman who had a Black child who was killed by police. And she talked about how the Black father of that child tried to have the talk with him. And she came and told him, your dad is being, later on after that, now the dad had some other issues. He was abusive and all of this other stuff. But she said, your dad is being paranoid. It's not that serious. If you're stopped by a police, blah, 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 blah. Well, he ended up getting killed by a police officer. And she was crying uncontrollably in our interview. And I had to tell, I'm like, yo, you have been miseducated on the evilness of your people, just as we've been educated on the regalness of our people. So you don't know how evil we could be. We don't know how regal we could be. I mean, how, evil y'all could be, how regal we could be. So it's like, in those instances, like it's literally life or death being on the same page with how you parent your child if you want to be naive about racism. But that really, it was one of the first times I've seen it, an actual, you know what I'm saying, life or death case where it was like, yo, she just didn't get it and wasn't even open to understanding it. But it came from a place of, I think, sincere naivete or maybe just willful ignorance. But
willful ignorance, like I'm saying, and the crazy part about them, like, how many more serial killer white men do we gotta make movies about for you to see that there ain't no Black serial killers? Like, where the fuck are they movies at? Like we don't like we
There's
don't.
only
Yeah.
been like
Yeah, but I mean, who was
I
he
think there's
shooting?
literally only been
Yeah.
it's literally only been like 4 in the history of America. So for as far as
Yeah.
black men, but
And
one
the
of them
black
was
people ain't killing the schools up.
The Dallas sniper who
Mhm.
shot 9 officers. So it's just crazy. But what about love for you, Bongo?
Shoot, I got a lot of words on a lot of things. This ain't one of them. So I'm going to defer to Brother Rob because I think that what he said was beautiful. And that is, I yield my time.
As a person, I used to have this idea that love was a figment of our imagination. Like it was just something that we tell people in order to put it past like something just better than like, so you're just not like everybody else. Love is exclusive to one person. But it became more alert to me that the people that I truly like, they are the people I love. I love coming to talk to you guys on Sunday. This is something I look forward to. I love my family members. So love has many shapes and form. Just like, but since it's always like given the contrast of hate is a very visceral thing that I can identify, point to it, and describe it simple and plain. But love has so many different facets. So I'm always
because of the greatness, it's undefinable. So it's like
yeah.
But it's so many different levels of it too. Like it's so many differences of love.
That's what I was just
saying. There's so many right answers to this question.
Yeah. So you don't love anything or anyone the same as anyone else. And people, like some people don't understand that. Like that's why when people say they love you more than somebody else, like it's not possible to love anybody more or less than anyone else. It's just the fact you love them differently. Because you're gonna love your mama differently than you love your lady. You're gonna love your kids differently than you love, somebody else's kids.
I hate when people give you that ultimatum. You pick your mom up and your girlfriend from the airport who get front seat. And I just be looking at these goofy ass people. My mom knows she's getting in the back seat if she's the main. If she's met mom and mom knows her by name, mom's getting in the back seat. She's not even going to make this a debate.
Like, some women be like, "Mom, go ahead, get in the front. There's more room up there for them older bones."
My mama,
like fucking,
my girl will tell my mama to get up front.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody out there that always,
and that's balance right there.
That's balance.
That's balance when your wife and your mother had that relationship. No, go ahead up there, mama. Or
then moms be like, "No, girl, go get up there with your man," and they let them figure it out. You
I'm like, y'all better get y'all ass in the car.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you get a truck so everybody's seats can move, so you ain't got no problem.
You ain't got to worry about it.
But and then it's like Black said, it's a different love when I seen these girls come up out my wife and it was like, one, I love these girls like I didn't even know I could love anything. But then also I look at my wife and you trying to talk about it, Heero, like that's what changes a relationship. Honestly, I look at her like, God damn, I love you. Like, I thought I loved you.
When you have a baby mama, you be like,
Black,
talk on it, Black.
Black, speak on it. Black, I want to be at your wedding so bad. Black, please.
I'll be drunk, bro. If I get married, bro, my wedding gonna be bust. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna say some shit up there, but I'm getting it busting.
You're gonna drown in Moet. I'm gonna make sure you drown in Moet.
Hey,
I'm gonna
have an African wedding.
For real? Give
me the mic when I'm drunk. Oh yeah, that's my plan. I want to have an African wedding, like a Nigerian.
That was the last part we want to talk. We talked about it a little bit, like the money and financial things. But I know I'm gonna have a traditional wedding, and more the more I'm becoming comfortable with that, because I've also gotten a lot of pushback with the whole naming ceremony. Like I was telling somebody the other day, oh, your last name is Thomas. She's like, oh, I want to be hyphenated. I was like, oh, so you're gonna be known as Jaleesa Abdullahi Thomas? Get the fuck out of here! Like you're not about to fuck up my name
I was talking about that too. Like just go ahead, like bro, just give it up. Look, look, we gonna stay girlfriend boyfriend. Let's just stay girlfriend boyfriend. Like, we're not gonna pretend that I'm a part of that.
She's like, no, it's about ownership. And I was like, well, technically, this is the only thing that me and you will share. Like, we'll have kids, and the kids will have their own identities, and they'll grow up to be their own person. But like, it's not even about problem. Like, if you talk about being traditional, this goes all the way back to the motherland. How much more traditional can you get? So
I don't mind the hyphenation. I don't think I mind it. But
that's because you in entertainment. You know, like once you built if you marry a woman that built her name, like Beyonce knows. See, she ain't even known as Beyonce knows. So it's like you get a woman that got like a first and last name. So that's where they know that. That's where it matters. Like Jada Pinkett.
Actually, there's that, but it also went back further for me. My father was a womanist, so he or a feminist. You know, womanist is like the black version of feminist. Mm-hmm. And so my mom goes by her maiden name, and so I grew up with that. He was like, yeah, my mom's name is Ya. He's like, she's her own person. She's an individual. He was like, she's not my property. He was like, she want my name, she can take it. If you call her Mrs. Pongo, she's not gonna say, that's not my name. She's like, oh yeah, Mrs. Pongo. She's gonna introduce herself as that. But like on documents or if she's out doing her own business, she uses her maiden name.
And that was the compromise I made with the girl.
For me as a man, I want you to feel proud enough to make my name your name. Not just so that I'm Mrs. Chester. Like, nah, like the other name is your name. That's been your name all your life. But now you becoming something more. You know what I mean? Like,
so I got two comments. One, I had a professor, him and his wife, what they did was they created their own new last name out of both of their last names. I
was thinking about that earlier. Like listening to that part, I was like, what if we go as like X, like Malcolm?
But the other part of it is for my wife, like our kids got my last name, so she was like, I just want to have the same last name as our kids. Like, that is,
I love
because you're not about to name them kids Smith Johnsons.
No, we're not doing that.
You know how much shit you get into in school knowing you got 7 last names.
Yeah.
If they keep doing that, like let's say a girl.
Yeah,
mama was Smith Johnson, and she named her daughter Smith Johnson. Then she married a Robinson, so it'd be Smith Johnson Robinson, and then it goes on. So like
I love hyphenation, but I do feel where you're coming from, Heero, though, and all of y'all, because I would prefer for my woman to take my name too, because it's like, it's the point of pride. I want my name.
You come to the Pongo house. You come to the Pongo house.
I also thought it was weird. I get both perspectives because when my older sisters, those are like my big brothers, those are my big homies, all of a sudden they got new last names. It's like, you've been going by this name 30 years of your life. You meet this nigga, I love him, treats you well, all that good. But now you got a new name? Like, no, like I got like you still the same person.
They was on your family tree, but they planted their own roots. So it's like, go ahead. That's a different tree now.
Your root. You know what I'm saying? As far as me in this house, you have Pongo for life.
Like it's a whole new tree. Yeah. When she go to the Pongo family reunion, she involved in Pongo shit. But when she go home, y'all just them relatives.
That's a fact.
Because the family is different now.
It's different. Like her husband and her kids are her top priority. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's a whole new unit.
The truth is. The truth is, and my father says this all the time, you take care of the family that's gonna bury you, period. That's how you have to treat it. Ain't no way around it. He's like, I hold the door open for my children and their loved ones, because if he doesn't like me, I'm gonna be alone on my deathbed, and that sounds like hell. So I always take that fast to it. So I always want to be like that. But that's completes our first 5 chapters, man. We made through it. Initial feelings on the book. I think it's a little outdated. It's a little brash.
Well, it was made in the 80s, bro. So it's gonna be a little outdated, especially when it comes to the drugs that they were doing. That shit was funny as hell.
Well, like, she said that line of coke, that shit drove me up the wall.
But then when I thought about it, I'm like, they are doing coke now again. So it already went back in the circle. So we got just having to catch up to it. They still doing that shit, what? Bro. Yeah. Bro, it's even worse now. Now it's just like, damn. I know women who sell their body
here, man.
And all that, yeah.
Heero.
Man, it's so hard. You know what I found to be the most difficult? Just find a woman who doesn't smoke. Like cigarettes. Like not like the weed thing, I'll let you have it. But
it ain't difficult because you can't smoke around me or in my house. When you don't smoke before you kiss me, they like you. They gonna be like, all right, fuck that shit. I'll be your drug. I don't need advice.
Bro, I promise you, there's so many girls I'll be ready to like, oh, okay, well, and then I see in her pocket, she got some Newports. I'm like, God damn, what happened to you?
She fine as hell. She pulled out a Blackman.
Oh, it's just like, what happened?
He from out west.
Godly.
But it's gonna be even worse when you pull out a Blackman and stuff some weed and then put it out.
Tell them hold my filter real quick.
Yeah.
I've been that dude before. It's just like, you hold this for me while I roll up, and I was like, I'm not comfortable with this. You can't tell I'm kind of
I would
refined.
pay money to see Heero with a chick telling her, hold this baby while I roll this blunt.
Or she got the blood right next to her, and she got the blood right next to her playing some hood ass music. You know, Heero
caught me all the way off guard, bro.
And I bet she gave you the best pussy in your life, boy, did you?
Hey, bro. You see, hey, the truth is, if it's that good, I don't want it. And it was that damn good, son.
That shit tastes like nicotine. He down there looking at him like, God damn, I'm about to get.
Yeah, I was addicted too. That nicotine is addictive as fuck. I know my Achilles heel. There's women out there there's a girl when I was in New York that she gave me head and I came instantly. And I was like, I'm good. I quit. Tell your girls whatever story you want to tell. I get, like, your phone's been ringing since I got here. It's these other motherfuckers who haven't learned to say no to you. I don't want it. And I left. And I had no.
But that's what you want, though. See, somebody you ain't got to teach new tricks. And I told you, want to hold that. I'm
almost sure if I had sex with her, I would have at least 4 kids right now. Positive.
Yeah.
Didn't want that life.
I'm dead.
I mean, they probably all be in the league. They all be 6 feet something.
She was 5'11" too. Volleyball player. It was amazing.
And you seen LeVar Ball. You supposed to marry her.
I'm working on it.
Create you some athletic ass kids.
But you know what my sport of choice right now is? Golf and tennis. I've been having a ball on the tennis court lately, man. My big ass be feeling like Serena on steroids.
I swear I can't see your big ass playing tennis.
Bro, I'm about to say, bro, who you playing? Like, who you really playing? Because if somebody running to the other side, your big ass is not making it over there.
Bro, what? Come on now. I'm an athlete, head and shoulders above all levels.
Heero can't control. I just can't imagine Heero control.
That's like Heero in there swimming against Rob or something. Your ass gonna sink down. This Rob gonna be on the other end.
Hey, Black out here doubting my athletic paralysis, man.
I'm just going off physics, bro. I took physics, and I did good in that class, so I know.
Nigga, 15 years ago, I took physics.
I know the formula to fat ass niggas. Like, this nigga 6 feet, solid, 300 pounds. Okay,
Heero want to challenge y'all to a game right now. I see you taking his mic off right now.
I'm literally Black. When I get home, bro, I'm challenging you to a round of golf, tennis.
We gonna play. We gonna play badminton.
I play some badminton. That's even better.
Out there trying to say
Heero not playing no delicate ass badminton. He gonna be
he gonna be hitting that little thing. That little tree never gonna fly
all them feathers coming off of that motherfucking ball.
Imagine him hitting the ball like, the motherfucking ball go out the court. Man. You're like, come on now.
Boy, I saw Heero and knew I ain't had no business on that football team. I knew I had no business on that football team.
You was the man. You was the glue of the team. You not only wrote the theme song to our marching, you was literally the vibe. You was literally rapping as we was coming out the tunnel. Like, you was the best part of the team. I don't care what nobody said.
If my shit cut out, my battery about to die. So my shit about to cut out.
I was about to say, let's get out of here before Heero tells some more lies, man.
All right, well then hold on.
That nigga the Betty ain't do shit.
Book club. We're gonna finish this book next week. If you're interested, make sure you donate to the cause down in the description below. District 215, the high school we all came from. Anybody want to plug anything?
Plug the scholarship, man. That's the most important thing.
See, this the thing about that love balance.
Right,
we just talking about that. It's my boy clothing line. I'm gonna send you the link.
Send me the link. It'll pop up on the screen now. But if you're interested in donating to a great cause, there's some kids out there that had a really tough time back in 2020. Some people who survived cancer and never missed a day of school. Some people lost their parents and never missed a day of school and still kept their GPA up. They want to continue their education, and we're going to try and give them an opportunity to do that. We're going to be running 24 miles in 24 hours. My fat ass ain't, but you can be like me and donate and give to a greater cause. If you're interested, the information will be in the comment section below. It's going to be TF North. We're a sponsor and affiliation to the Identity Board, District 215, Altenburg and Russo. Some great guys. If you want to check into it, look it out. All right, y'all. It's been a blast. Rob, Black is the worst person on the internet. Hands down. Hands down. But it's been a pleasure. Y'all say bye. JB, I hope we ain't been too loud for the young one.
She sleep. She knocked out.
Black, Rob, I'm gonna go. Peace.
Love, fellas.
Love.
Take it easy.